So does this mean that you should leave Barcelona? Barcelona, one of the most beautiful cities in the world. But what if I told you that more and more people are actually leaving? In fact, last year alone, thousands packed their bags and never looked back. Crime, skyrocketing rent, local frustrations. Is Barcelona really as perfect as people think? Today, we're breaking down the real reasons why people are leaving in 2025. One of the biggest reasons people are leaving Barcelona is the insane cost of living. Just this last year, rental prices have went up 17%. An Idealista rental platform said in Q4 of 2024, Barcelona was one of the most expensive cities to live in all of Spain. Let's not even get started talking about the cost of groceries and eating out. Crime has become a major issue in Barcelona, especially pickpocketing. Chances are that if you live here, either yourself or someone you know has been pickpocketed. And this doesn't apply just to expats. Locals are growing equally as frustrated with the pickpocketers as well. I personally know 2 people that have been pickpocketed within this last month, both of them being older women, one an expat and one being a local here in Barcelona. There are certain neighborhoods that are safer to live in than others, but in general, no one is safe from being pickpocketed. If you're a woman, many women, friends of mine, tell me that they don't feel comfortable going out after 10 p.m. at night here due to the crime, due to them unfeeling safe here. If you are a woman living in Barcelona, I would love to hear your personal opinion on this down in the comments. What is it like living here for you? Do you feel safe going out after 10 at night? Are there certain precautions you would recommend some other women take if they are going out at night? Barcelona is one of the most visited cities in the entire world, and that's exactly the problem. Due to overtourism, a rise in digital nomads, a lot of the locals living in Barcelona feel that the city is no longer theirs. The increase in prices has driven a lot of local people to live on the outside of Barcelona, and there's a growing frustration and tension between the locals and the expats. In fact, just last summer, there were protests here, and you could see that they were yelling, "Tourists, go home." I investigated this for myself in another video and asked to see if the locals really do want expats and tourists to go home, and you can check that video out up above. It's quite interesting what I actually found, because living here and seeing the news are 2 different things, if you get what I'm saying. If you ever try to deal with Spanish bureaucracy, you know that it can be an absolute nightmare. Things like getting a visa, registering for an EA, opening a bank account, and finding an apartment. They're all things that are very time consuming and sometimes just feel unclear. Now, Spain most recently opened up a digital nomad visa to attract nomads here. But this is one of the hardest nomad visas to get in all of Europe. The process is very long and complicated, and most people actually get rejected, which leads to greater feeling of frustration after doing the process to get the nomad visa, paying the lawyer fees, only to be rejected. I actually found that it's more feasible and quicker just to get a student visa here. Many expats are feeling overwhelmed with the process of settling in here, and they're saying that it's just not worth it. The process of settling in here is too much. So does this mean you should leave Barcelona too? Not necessarily. Barcelona is still one of the most beautiful places in the entire world. And just like living in any city on the earth, there are pros and cons, and you should just know the reality of where you're living. Personally, I love Barcelona. Do you think it's time to move on and leave Barcelona? What do you think? Let me know down in the comments.